Hey, this is Russ. We're back out on the trail. Now, I haven't been riding for the last several days, and so my knees are a little bit stiffer today. And yesterday, I helped my daughter with some woodworking type projects. We had to do a bunch of sanding. And so now my arms are tired, and based on the angles that we were doing things at, my legs are tired too. So I decided rather than going too far out today, I'm just going to stay around the typical trails we always do. And it's really overcast. In fact, I think it's got little drizzles going down. Maybe not drizzles, but it just feels like it's a little wet. So I didn't think it was smart to go too far out. In case it started to rain, I would be at least closer. So here's what's new for today. I decided to put my headlamp on my bike. The headlamp is what I use when I'm out fishing in the nighttime, and so it's just one of these things that you strap onto your head so that you can see what you're doing when you're fishing, in the nighttime. It's not a very powerful light, but I do have a regular headlight and tail light on my bike. But I always wanted something that was blinking, so I was looking at the various bike lights that are available, and I think anything I want is probably going to be at least $30 or more. So I said, well, I have this headlamp that has a stationary light and also has a blinking function. So I said, what if I strap that on to the front of the bike? I'll take a photo of it and let you see it. And it actually works. It's not a very powerful light compared to the headlamp the headlight that's on my bike now. So it sits above the headlight, so there's a headlight on and a blinking light on. So if that doesn't give me good front visibility, I don't know what will. So today, I'm going to try to pedal as much as I can. I could actually feel it in my left knee as I'm pedaling up. I'm kind of rubbing it right now, so we're not moving too well here. That's just like being off of the ride for several days. When was the last time? I was out on Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. This is the fourth day, so I wasn't riding for 3 solid days. That kind of tells you that if you have a replaced knee, you have to keep it moving. Otherwise, you pay the price later. And then, of course, doing the things I was doing yesterday for my daughter, we were in different angles and stuff like that, trying to get a good angle while sanding things down for woodworking, and yeah, it's a little stiff. That's not the only thing that's stiffened up. Other areas have stiffened up too, other parts of my body. So I'm not moving as well today. So doing this path might not be a bad idea. It's a little closer to home. So hopefully by now you've seen several other videos. These videos, of course, are now being recorded way in advance. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go this way. We've done this many times too. We'll just go around in a circle, come back. You've probably seen a bunch of other videos. I've been recording these videos way in advance now because of the YouTube compression takes at least a day to do. I figure I'll just record them, upload them, and schedule them. So I think I'm at least a week and a half ahead of everybody. So you start seeing things behind. I've always wondered why YouTube videos from other YouTubers are so behind schedule compared to where they are currently in the world. Like, these travel videos. The guy will say, here I am in Chicago, and in reality, he's actually out in New York or something because he's already done Chicago a week and a half ago. Now I know why. You've got to pre-schedule these things. I'm more used to doing a video, uploading it, and giving it to you the next day. But that's not really the smartest thing to do now. I didn't know that. Now I know. So anyways, during this time, you might have seen videos going to the Botanic Gardens, my ride back from the Botanic Gardens on the street. You probably would have seen at least a cooking video that I did, which is what did we do? We did chicken drumsticks on the Weber kettle. I'm used to calling it chicken legs. But, you know, sometimes when you say chicken legs, people are expecting, okay, that would be drumsticks and thighs. Well, a drumstick is part of the leg, is it not? So I just call them chicken legs. A lot of times I'll say I'll just throw it on the grill. Well, because there's electric grills, there's gas grills, there's charcoal grills. Better to just say it's on the Weber kettle. Yeah, you use the wrong terminology sometimes. It's okay, it's still the same thing, it still works. So hopefully you watch those videos as well. Doing some more variety, because we know our time on the bike is limited. Here it is, what's the date today? Does it show me the date? Yeah, October 6th. Wednesday, October 6th. That's when this is being recorded. It's 9:57 a.m., just so that you know. So, yeah, we do it all in advance. It's an overcast day. It looks like it's going to rain. And I know that the GoPro does not do very well in lower light situations. I did a car video. I did the pizza thing in the car. That looked pretty good. But the car video I did on the highway didn't look quite as good because it was a little darker that day inside the car. So as I look at it, I says, yeah, it's a little grainier. Edges look not quite as sharp, things like that. So we know that this camera does better in bright sunlight compared to overcast days. So let's see how it does today. Yeah, these guys are playing pickleball. They're all playing pickleball, it looks like. Yeah, I looked it up. It is called pickleball. You have a little paddle and a ball. I think you play in teams. It looks like 2 against 2, something like that. It's kind of like a combination of doubles ping pong in a tennis environment. You know, even things like that would be hard for me to do now because I wouldn't be able to run back and forth because of my knee. Although my doctor did say you can do whatever you want, you play tennis, whatever, and I know some of us do. But I can't seem to do that too well. Okay, the dogs are out today. These 2 dogs were looking at that other dog, and I can hear them going, so they're trying to get at each other. Little chilly. I think it was like 65, 66 degrees. And I still have a short sleeve shirt on and shorts. And of course my safety vest. That doesn't help anything in terms of coldness or anything because it's perforated. It goes right through it. Oh, one thing that I did notice before too, as I'm watching some of my videos and I'm looking at it, and you know, you can see that sometimes I'm throttling. I should note that when I'm throttling, sometimes I'm pedaling while I'm throttling, so it's very hard to know exactly what I'm doing because sometimes you can't see my knees and you can't see the horizon bouncing or anything like that because I'm pedaling. So don't assume 100% that I'm throttling the entire time because I throttle and pedal at the same time. Like right now, that's what I'm doing right now. Let me angle down. You can see my knees, right? So, and if you look at my hand, I'm on the throttle. That just gives me a little more power while I'm pedaling. So if I'm off the throttle, you can tell. If I'm on the throttle, sometimes you can't tell. I'm still pedaling. I'm pedaling and throttling. So as I'm telling you, you know, you can always see what I'm doing. Sometimes you really can't. And so I thought about it and I said, well, everyone's just going to think that I'm throttling 100% of the time, and that's not really the case. I'm throttling while pedaling. It's not hard throttling while pedaling. It's just gives me a little bit of boost. Okay, so I figure I'd throw that out there for you. On turns, you'll see me throttle a lot because that gives me a little bit of extra oomph through that turn. Now, you could ride any way you want to ride, but that's how I do it. Okay. So yeah, it takes a while for my knee to get back after a couple of days of being off of the ride. I will definitely need to be on that recumbent bike at home, which I have not been on in a long time since I got this bike. But I'll have to do that definitely throughout the winter because I won't have anything else to keep pedaling. I don't want my knees to revert backwards and lose my range of motion. Now that will not be an interesting thing to watch. Make a video on. Okay, maybe one day I will make a video while I'm on the recumbent bike. Who knows? We'll see. But really, that would not be interesting to you. Usually when I'm on the recumbent bike, I'll have my iPad open and then I'll look at YouTube videos or something like that while riding. Maybe you guys do that too. I know a couple of you guys do. While you're watching Russ's Right as I'm riding along, you're riding on your bikes at home, so that's good. Isn't that really kind of like what the Peloton is? Somebody's on a screen talking to you and telling you to pedal more and work harder. Might be cheaper just to watch Russ's Right and do it on your regular bike. So anyways, let me know what you think the video looks like on a cloudy day. This is so overcast. It's so gray. I still have my sunglasses on though. I tend to like having my sunglasses on over my regular glasses. They're prescription sunglasses, but I don't know. Maybe it cuts through some of the additional glare you might get. I don't want you to say glare. I would say the additional brightness that you might see without it. It helps along a little bit. So even though it's kind of dark out here, it's not real dark, but compared to a bright sunny day, it's dark. All right, nobody's there, so got to take advantage of going through that area quickly. And yes, I have been stopping at stop signs as much as I can. Sometimes I will blow one or two off because I forget. And no, they're not full stops, they're rolling stops still. But for me, that's better than what I had been doing before. All right, this area is where I had that branch hit me in the face. All right, so if you take a look right about here, this branch was down here, and I just went right past it, didn't even know. Oh, okay, look at this. They've ripped apart the path. We're going to have to go around this now. Okay. Good morning. Construction everywhere, huh? Yeah, I know. She goes, yeah, even on the path. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, that branch came up and hit me in the face. And then I think the very next day, somebody ripped it down, that tree branch. It probably hit some other person too, I'm sure. I mean, if you go through here and you're not used to seeing a low-hanging branch there, you ride right through it and then, man, right into their face. Let's get past here. Yeah, fall is definitely upon us. Leaves are down. I've been so tempted after doing that last Botanic Garden ride. I was so tempted to go back out there when the leaves have changed. I think it would probably look really nice going through that area. But then again, we have our little forest preserves out here too. Although over there's quite a bit of trees and things, but we have our share here. I don't think I want to go through it when tons of leaves are on the path, because then it would probably be slippery. But yeah, going through here and seeing the change of leaves and colors, it's kind of nice. So I think a bright day would make that look nice. I mean, if you look off over here to the right, you can see that entire tree has changed in colors. Alright, this stop sign is kind of worthless because there's nobody around, but I did slow down. The stop sign on the bike path, because some cars might be going to the golf course, which was over to our right-hand side. Alright, so now I always have to remember, after this bridge, gotta pedal like crazy, because this is where the big incline happens. So we'll pump it up to 5, start pedaling hard. So we're moving along pretty well, but when you'll see as we get towards this thing, speedometer, just watch the speedometer, it'll start dropping. Even though I'm pedaling hard, slowing down. It's getting harder. See, it's dropping. And we are almost at the top. Yeah, we're at the top. So now I can drop back down. I usually leave it at 3. My gears are usually at 6. If I need a little more, I move to 7, out of 7. Yeah, I could feel it in my knee today. My left knee, I can definitely feel it. Okay, now we see this lady all the time. Haven't seen her in a few days. Morning. Yeah, she always says hi to me. I guess I'm a sight to see. Big guy on a bike, yellow safety vest, headlights on, tail lights on. Yep, kind of stand out. Now there's little crab apples on the path. There was a lot of crab apples on Central Road. Is that Central Avenue? Central Road? I don't know what they call it. Not too far from Oakton Community College. Now, if you're riding on that path and you got cars to the left of you going down the road, you've got the entire path littered with crab apples. That is just plain dangerous for a bike. I was lucky that I was able to kind of maneuver around some of them. That guy's shirt reminded me of a prison uniform. But, well, didn't want to say that while I was in front of him. Or he was in front of me, I should say. Alright, so anyways, my brother-in-law was asking me why my videos are so long. And he says nobody wants to watch it that long. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't. Maybe some of you skip through it. But I do know some of us do watch the entire thing. So that's why I do it. It's just my bike ride. And, if you watch 10 minutes of it, great. If you watch it 15 minutes, great. If you watch the entire half hour or 45 minutes, that's great. I appreciate whatever time you give me. Anyways, with the GoPro, I don't have to turn on and turn off the camera. I could just let it run. The only fear I always have is whether I run out of battery for my digital audio recorder. Those are AA batteries. They're not rechargeable, so as they run down, I just continue the next day hoping that there's enough battery for the next ride. Usually I can get maybe 3 rides out of each AA set of batteries, something like that. Alright, we're gonna turn here. Just gotta wait it out. There's a push button thing. So I'm leaning over to push it, but it might be too late to have already pushed. The key is you want to make sure right turning guys don't turn right into you. Oh, it did work. Right turning guys don't turn into you, and the like. And I got to reposition myself for this direction. And I usually turn my head and I look at the driver that would be next to me to make sure he knows I know he's there, and that he knows I'm here, that he doesn't turn into me as I go. And of course you want to make sure, like left turning guys, guys that are ahead of us here, it's like this guy here, you want to make sure that they don't run you over either. Okay, this is a dark area of the path. Definitely less light in here. Although again, like I said, sometimes the GoPro doesn't show that because it's the automatic lighting algorithm in there will fix it up, make it look brighter. But it is definitely darker over here. And as I roll through things, I can hear things popping off of my wheels sometimes, which means you're rolling over, I don't know, whatever it is underneath all these leaves. And again, this stop sign is worthless because there's nobody here. It's just a turnabout here for a parking area. So those type of stop signs I will blow over. I don't see the point. It's not like an open road. This is the Forest Preserve's road. Alright, anyways, I appreciate you guys following up to this point. I think I'm going to split this one into two. We won't go extremely long this time, and I'll pick it up for the next video then. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.